Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Rose the Wells Home Decor and more, guys. I'm about to get in here and cook a little something for you guys. I'm about to do some pancake and some blue jalapeno cheddar smoked sausage. That's what I'm gonna cook this morning. Some pancakes and scrambled egg with cheese and those jalapeno sausage. That's what I'm going to do this morning. So I'm going to go ahead and cut them up for you guys. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and cut them up for you guys. Let me I got my small stand with me. I'm going to move y'all over here. So, my hair. I did my hair the other day. And, yeah. I said I need to start coming on here in 2026. I need to start coming up in here looking presentable. So that is what I'm going to do. Move this out of the way. I'm going to put this over here on my little thing. Get up out of here. Bye. 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 Yeah, my little cat, she getting on my nerves. She really getting on my nerves. She doing too much. She smelling her butt. I'm gonna spank that butt. I'm gonna put belt to you know what. That's what I'm gonna do. I love animals, but when they be hard headed and don't want to listen, as black mothers of our pets, we treat them just like our children. We will put belt to butt. Butt to belt. Belt to butt. She's just being grown. And she only do it to act up when she around me. But when she up there with my daughter, she don't act like that. My daughter can point her finger, she knows exactly what to do. Yeah, but good morning, how y'all doing? I'm in here finna make some pancakes. This is what I use per million. That is what I do, y'all. I use that per million. And that's just what I did use. It's been a minute, y'all. And guys, I still take it out of my tree. I haven't even really I just took all the ornaments up and put them up. I gotta find a tub where I could just put all those Christmas sticks and ornaments in one big tub. Yeah. I gotta have that, or I would go to Lowe's and get. Didn't I say get out of here? Why you be? Let me get my belt. Get out of here. Get out of here. When I'm cooking. You know. Get out of here. Yeah. Belt to ass. Excuse my language. Not when I'm cooking. I like to cook my sausages. I like to cut them open. These are the jalapeno, pepper and cheddar cheese sausage. I'm gonna slice. I always slice mine like that. I'm just gonna do 3 right now. I got 2 left. I'm just gonna do 3. And you still get your butt up out of here. Going upstairs. The child is hard headed. You know what? And then you try to peep around the corner like nobody else. Get on up there. Go. I hit you with the dustpan. Yeah, I have to do that. She's staying in this kitchen. But what I was saying, y'all. Yeah, got the pan hot. I don't like my cat. Don't you come in here. Do not come in here. Oh, you would not get no eggs. So she would come in here and climb on top of the on my refrigerator. I don't like that. I said when we be up there, we let our cat we let her roam, and she climbs like to get up in the window, look out the window, get to the sunshine and stuff, and that's fine. But when you up there on my refrigerator, when I catch you, she know better. And that's what she thinks she's slick. You're not slick. I see your every move. So, yeah, I got some upcoming videos I decided to come on this morning. I said, you know what, I'm about to cook. Yeah. And I just chit chat with y'all guys. I'm about to cook and stuff. And, about to make some pancakes. Stuff like that. Let me put this out. That's my little pot that I boil my water in when I'm deep cleaning and mopping the floor. But I do have a Swiffer mop. So what I was saying that I just when I come in, I just come on to do a video with me cooking. Like I told y'all before, I'm gonna be showing a lot of cooking videos, just like that, chit chatting, talking with y'all. I done did a couple of lives. I also, you know, I don't know that some of y'all, when I was talking about Hannah London, but she goes by now of Hannah Diary. Check her channel out. Guys, like I said, she's a sweet young lady. She's like 25 years old, and you know, she's going through a lot with her ex-husband now. He just, to me, he's very foul and evil to that young lady. And she finally left him. She didn't want to deal with that, all that nonsense stuff that he was doing to her. She didn't want to deal with that. So she packed up her stuff, y'all, and she left him. And that's what she should have done in the beginning. And I know, you know, and I think they only been married for about a year. Maybe a year or over a year. But yeah, he according to, I don't know if they rumors are they true, but I think they true because the way he's acting. All of a sudden you did 2 videos and you bragging about your divorce paper. Who goes online and brag about their divorce papers? Not only that, before you did all that, you committed adultery twice. And you walked around filming other women. But the first woman, she was smart enough to leave. She left because she didn't know what was going on. She said she kept wondering why he was filming her. And she said, I'm just wondering why he filming me. And I had my own camera. I could, you know, film myself. So what he was doing stuff to let his wife know, oh, I got another woman. I told you I could replace you. Found out that behind closed doors, he was abusing his wife. Emotional, physical, all of that. And then he would tell her, this is who I am. You don't like it, you could go. If you keep it or leave it, whatever that old saying was saying. And she said she decided to get up. She left because she left before, and she came back. And this time, she left and she never came back. She returned back to her parents. Hello, y'all. Let me get up. And she turned back to. Yeah, she turned back to her parents. Also, guys, I see my nails. My daughter did that. They press on. You see how she did it like they was professional, like how they professional do it? My daughter, when it comes to stuff like that, my daughter's real good at stuff like that. And, yeah. Yeah, but, yeah, he really did his wife. He really showed his wife that he really wasn't trying to fight for the marriage. And it seemed like she was battling her own battle, trying to fight. Even when she went live and people was asking her about her husband, she wouldn't even talk about her husband. She wouldn't even talk about her husband to nobody. She wouldn't even, they would ask questions about it, she wouldn't even talk. And she would tell them, on her platform, her YouTube channel, she don't want to talk about them. She said it's not a laughing matter. But he got up there and disrespect her. Got with another a woman before the other woman that he with. And guys, it had only been 4 weeks. And he telling the people on the internet that watching him that he's in love. Who get in love? Who fall in love in 4 weeks? Come on. Dude, that's a joke. Are you serious? That's a joke. That's a joke. He really is a joke. And I'm like, dude, are you serious? Are you serious? That you're in love for 4 weeks? Sometimes it take me a little longer than that for me to be saying I'm in love with somebody. And sometimes I have to wait till the other person say it first. Because I'm not going to say it. I have learned over the years, when you so quick to tell somebody you love them, I feel like they'll try to take advantage of you. And they'll try to take advantage of you. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. I'm gonna put belt to butt. In a minute, I'm gonna have to get a little belt for you. Cause you're being hard-headed. But it's just sad how, especially guys, especially black men, how they treat black women. My daughter went through that with a guy, because my daughter, she raps, and she got some of her music on YouTube. You're just not gonna learn until to get out of here. Get out of here. Anybody got time to play with you, Paul playing? But my daughter's a rapper, and this guy, she know they used to date, and he had a baby mama. And like I said, he didn't even know it's the baby mama. The baby is his. And my daughter, you said, have you ever took a test to see if that's your son? He said, oh no, you know how they be talking around it. Because they really don't want to, to me, I just think that they really don't want to know the truth. And that's what I tell my daughter all the time. A lot of time is some men don't want to know the truth. They don't want to know the truth. They rather hear a lie than the truth. And come on, y'all. I need to get this milk. But she didn't, I think he didn't want to hear the truth. And the girl kept telling him, they ain't your son anyway. But, she do all kind of stuff to make him be with her and she be with other people. And then all of a sudden, he gonna tell my daughter one day, he looked at her one day and I found out I wasn't attracted to you. And, for that coming for a person that you care about, that really messed up your spirit and your soul. When somebody said that, and you done been up and down with that person and stuff like that, and they did that. And when my daughter came home crying and she was telling me about what he did, I told my daughter to close that door on him. Don't speak to him. When he calls you, don't answer his phone call. Don't even answer his text. She did exactly what her mother told. He felt stupid, and it was since last year, and even to this day, he still called her, and she told me I would never be the same person that you thought I was. I would never be the same person that you thought I was. And he was like, oh, I really wanted that. She said, no, I'm not going to be the same woman or whatever. And my daughter said, if I was to get back with him, she said, Mama, I would hurt him. She said, I would dog him out. And me, I know my daughter, and she would do that. Me, I know my daughter, and I know she would literally do that. My daughter would literally do that. She would literally hurt this guy. She would. She would literally. She would literally hurt that guy. She really would. She would literally hurt this guy. Move that out for y'all. Now closed. And that's what this Pentagon is going to do. Pentagon brought another woman, y'all, up on YouTube, 2 women, and sat up there and acting like he was eating that Chick-fil-A, acting like the sandwich was so damn good. Them salty ass sandwiches. Yeah. But it just like, I just like, this dude is, I was more like, this dude is not right. And I actually literally felt so bad for her, because I was like, how you could relate to somebody that you've been through the same thing with somebody. My ex did that when I was with 14 years. I found out he was cheating everything with a woman. There was time that the woman would even come to, I would be over his house, she would come to his house while I was there. And I used to tell him, it's something that you need to tell me, because I was one of those type of woman. I'm going to go out there and get in a fight and get myself locked up over a person that I don't know, and you had to like something about that woman before you talk to her. I wasn't going to do that. And people used to always ask me back in the day, why you want never want on this? No. Why? He had to approach her. He saw her somewhere and he liked what he saw. He had to approach her. I'm not going to do that. And people always say, well, you do it? No, because my husband shouldn't be, if I get a husband, he shouldn't want to step out on me and do the stuff that he did to harm our marriage. He should be making sure our marriage is good. And that's what her husband did. But I'm just looking like, oh my God, she's grown. Like she said, I'm grown. I learned. And me and her had a deep conversation on her live. I want y'all to go check that out. Me and her had a deep conversation on her live. And I think less than a couple of hours, she got like, if I'm not mistaken, she got like 2 or 3 point review where people review her channel. And they was giving thumbs up because me and her had a deep conversation, and I had a deep conversation with her like I was her auntie. So I had a deep conversation. And I was letting her know that I'm so proud that she walked out of that relationship because the way she was explaining that he wasn't showing her the affection. Like how he was all up on the YouTube doing that. He wasn't doing that behind closed door. And then for you to get up there and trying to make your wife look bad in front of your YouTube followers and stuff like that. Now a lot of people have left his channel. They don't went on to Hannah channel. And now he said, oh, I don't give a F. Y'all can go to Hannah channel. And that's what we doing. Because a cheating man or a cheating woman, I don't condone that. Especially if you're married. When you're single, same thing. I don't condone that if you know you've been in a relationship with that person. Because that's a hurting thing. And people, when you cheat on somebody that really care for you, they lose trust. They lose trust in you. They don't trust you. Because when my ex did that, I didn't trust him. I didn't come around him that much. I stayed away when he called. I went to see whatever. But as me getting intimate with him, no. Because I don't know who you been with. I don't. And I never. Yeah. Yeah. I never. And I just hated that. She had to go through all that. She's young, and I told her I'm proud of her that she made this stand for herself, that she walked out there. Because just imagine she had to stay in there. She would have been depressed. She would never be happy. She said she was crying every night, and she got on her knees and prayed, and she asked God, if she's not for me, remove me. And one night, he did something that he shouldn't have done, and she left. And that's why he did what he did. And now he mad because everybody went to her channel. And she doing her, and she happy. She looked healthy. She's not sick. This man was draining her to the point where she was getting sick. She's a diabetic, and she was getting sick. She was in the hospital, and server time, he was sitting up there feeding her Chick-fil-A. Why would you feed somebody who's a diabetic Chick-fil-A? That's just like you go feed somebody who got high blood pressure like me, uncontrollable high blood pressure like me, and you give me some water and you add a whole bunch of salt to it. Come on. Make that make sense. And he was doing that on a daily basis. He was buying that for her. My wife says she's hungry right now. Why you didn't get her a salad? They have salads at Chick-fil-A. You could have got her a grilled Chick-fil-A salad. Why you get her a salad? Chick-fil-A got salad. They got chicken tortilla soup. They have stuff like that. Why you didn't get her stuff like that she can eat? You could have got her a grilled chicken sandwich. You're going to sit there and give her a fried Chick-fil-A sandwich and stuff. And everybody know some of that stuff. Chick-fil-A sandwich, I'm telling you, it gets you hooked. But sometimes that chicken be a little bit, the top of the bread be salty. you know, and that's why I don't put a lot of salt in my food. I don't, yeah, I use garlic and herbs, and I use stuff like that. That's what I use. I use herbs and stuff like that. I don't. I use herbs and stuff like that. That's what I use. I don't use um yeah, I use herbs and stuff. I don't and stuff. I try to stay away for a little bit, and then if I do have to use the salt, I don't use much. But a lot of people don't realize they can use not cucumber, but celery in a place of salt. You can use a piece of celery. You could chop up some celery and put it in something, and that's your salt, whatever. Because if you let salt reduce down, it will reduce down to like a liquid salt. But that's more healthy because it's like a vegetable. It is a vegetable rather. But you know, it just, you know, I followed them, Hannah and Dante, for a while, and I liked it a couple, but then that's like hearing stuff that he was doing, and she left, and then not only that, only how people knew that she left him, he got on the YouTube channel and told everybody. So nobody would have known Hannah had left. It wasn't for him. And but now he's up on his YouTube channel blaming the internet. He blamed the internet. And then the same girl that he met, you never try to fight for your marriage. That's like everybody said, you never try to fight for your marriage. I'm done with that. I don't even want to call her name no more. We're doing stuff like that. I'm like, really? So why did you really marry that girl for? Somebody you try to control? And then the brother try to come in and tell me, y'all gonna stay up my brother, y'all gonna do this, y'all gonna do this. Dude, please, go sit down. You dusty just like your brother. You real dusty. You dusty. And I hate to be like that, but I just hate when other people go around and just use other people to gain, thinking they gain something. You're not gaining nothing. You really losing, and you're gonna get punished. I tell people all the time when they used to do stuff to me, I used to tell them, you know, God's gonna punish you always. He ain't gonna punish me. And then a couple of months down the line, I hear stuff was going on about, like, I'm gonna give y'all a story. I had an ex that was living with me, and he was living with me and stuff like that. And when we got together, he was working 2 jobs, and I was working my job and stuff like that. Soon as he saw what type of job I had, he got up. One day, I was wondering why he didn't get up and go to work. I said, don't you supposed to be at work? I said, oh yeah, I'm getting ready to go. I'm just waiting on the bus at such and such. I'm still going to get that because it's just such and such. I just don't want to get there early because then whatever. I dozed off again, woke up. The man was still sitting on the side of my bed. He was sitting on the side of my bed. I said, you're not going to go to work? Oh, they told me. I didn't hear no name. Excuse me. But I didn't hear no phone. No phone. And that's when my spirit told me, he said, this man trying to play you. Every day I got are you gonna go to work? He went to work one day, came back, they could do for me, all that kind of stuff. I said, oh, here this bull crap coming again. And I said, oh, here this bull crap coming again. I said, here somebody think they gonna lay up on me and not work. I said, why your boss saying put you to work? Did you tell him you need to work? Yeah. Yeah, he said he gonna put me on the schedule. He just had too many people on the schedule and blase, blase, blase. In the beginning, he lied, said he was a chef. Why I found out he was just a order cook. He was a line order cook. The real chef was the one who was giving them the direction of what they need to drop. That's why I said that's why I'm single right now. I'm by myself. I'm single. I'm by myself. It's like nowadays you can't really find nobody that is true to what they saying. You know what I mean? People just lie about stuff. They just lie about stuff. You know, and I just feel like the guy with Hannah, he did the same thing, and he did that with another woman, his baby mama. He did it with another woman that he tried, and see, she listened to everybody when everybody said, "Ron, don't talk to him. He full of crap. This man to marry." And I think she looked it up and she realized that he was married, and she blocked him. And she said, "You married? And when you was gonna tell me you was married? You married?" But the other one, oh, she went right along with him and telling him what he could do, because you know what she told him, she want to get married. But let me tell y'all something. He talking about how many days I'm happy, and why he's saying it, guys, he's not even looking in the camera. And I said, if you believe that yourself, then you go right ahead and believe it. I don't believe nothing that guy said. He's not in love with that woman. He need a woman for sex. That's what that was, because anytime you and your wife got some issue problem and you got to run out there and sleep with another woman, you got a sexual problem. You got a sexual issue. You got sex always on your mind. That's the problem. You got a sexual problem, and that's what's on your mind. Mm-hmm. And you have a lot of men that's like that. They like to just be sexually active, mess around with different women and stuff like that. Get out of here. See what I'm saying? I'm about to put belt to butt. I'm on with your butt stinker. But I just feel sorry for her, and I support her channel. And I used to support him and her channel, because I liked their channel. I liked them, and I thought they were just a cute little young couple trying to make it on YouTube. But like she said, behind closed doors, that's not what it was. That's, y'all just don't. She even said that she used to be sad, depressed. She was going through stuff. So he used to call her all out her name and stuff like that. But I want y'all to go on her YouTube channel and watch the interview that she did with me. And I was explaining to stuff that I went through and what made me come out of it. And like I was explaining to her, I used to be homeless a couple of times. I was homeless with my daughter when I was pregnant with my daughter. My parents, my stepmom and my dad put me out. When I was 21 years old, I was grown. And I met her father. He was the first man I was ever with. And my dad found out. My stepmom asked me. I told her the truth. And she told my dad. He put me out. And they put me out. And my thing is that my stepmom said, "No, you don't need to put her out. Because what if something happened to her and the baby and stuff like that?" Stuff like that, they didn't care. I stayed in the street. I was homeless for the whole 9 months with my daughter. And to this day, my daughter is healthy. She's healthy. She's got all 10 toes, all 10 fingers. She's healthy. She's smart and everything. And when I tell my daughter that story, she just sheds some tears, because I will never share that with my daughter. I finally shared that with my daughter. My daughter broke in tears, but she couldn't believe that her granddaddy did that to me. And that's what I was talking with Hannah about on her live. And she asked me what motivates me to do better and stuff. And I told her faith in God. Because the whole time I prayed that my baby would come out healthy and everything. And she did. She had a little heart murmur. Well, she got to stay in there. They had to check her heart. But she made it with her little heart. But, but before my dad passed away, he did apologize. Because my father ran my daughter's father away. Everything, he lied and said stuff that I didn't say. And, but by me having the love that I have for people, I had to forgive my father. I forgave him, but I didn't forget about it because this is a testimony that I could give to somebody else. You understand what I'm saying? So this is the testimony that I could give to somebody else. And so, yeah. This is a testimony that I could give to somebody else. Yeah, this is a testimony that I could give to somebody else. Like I be telling people, I always have walked with God even in my younger days. Because really, it's going to surprise y'all. I really was saving myself and I ain't even thought about becoming a nun. I really did. But God said, no, I ain't got that for you for that yet. But I really was thinking about going to the church, becoming a nun. I really was. But do I regret anything that I went through? No. It just made me stronger and grow. It opened my eyes up that, sometimes your own family can hurt you. Your own family, you be thinking it's the people in the street, sometimes be the closest family members that would do stuff to literally hurt you. And you know what I'm saying? And sometimes it could be your family member that just don't want to see you grow. And like I told Hannah on the channel after that, I told her I'm proud of her because she made a step. And she didn't do anything to her husband. She just got tired of her husband treating her, disrespecting her and doing stuff to her, and she didn't do anything. And do I believe her? Yes, I do believe her. I believe every word she says. And the reason why I do, because I could tell, when somebody is in pain. This young lady was in pain. Get out of here. Get out of here. She was in pain. This young lady was in pain. And do I believe everything she said? Yes, I do. My boyfriend cheated on me and I caught him several times. And he lied right in my face when I caught him. And that's when I realized this man is a liar and narcissist. And I see why none of his children mama him. And all I'm saying, no, you was controlling. And he was trying to control me as well. And I woke up and I'm like, baby. I don't need no man that, but I'm on Wells. We don't let the Wells want, something back in the days, the Wells one, but the one that's now, we ain't with it. My daughter and us, we don't let no man control us. Do I want a man? I want a husband, and then that husband got to have God, put God first. You understand? You got to be the leader of the house. I look at my brother's relationship, his marriage, and him and his wife been married over 30-something years. Sometimes they can't even keep up with their own marriage. I have to tell them when their anniversary. He just laughed. He said, my sister had to tell our anniversary all the time. And yeah. And I watched it, and I watched my brother, and that's what I call a man, because he the head of the house. And yeah. And if anything they got to discuss, they discuss. My brother and him and his wife, they sit down and discuss. They communicate with each other, and they come up with a plan, and they go for that, and it works out for them. You know, unfortunately, everybody can't be like that. You know, I'm in my late 50s, honey. You know, I dated a man for 14 years and found out he was cheating, a liar, a controller, a narcissist. He was just all of that. Yeah. And that's why I'm just by myself. I told my Bessie that live in Virginia, she my sister. I love her like she's my biological sister. I love her. And like I told her, we're going to go on some cruises and trip. We're going to start making some trips this year. And I said, we're going to plan it, and we're going to put money on the side. Like I said, I get a disability check. I'm disabled because, like I said, I have a problem with my legs. They swell. And I have heart problem. And I have to take like 4 different type of medication to control my blood pressure, because they can't. It's my blood pressure is, you can't really control it. And I don't have very many strokes. I have swelling in the brain, all of that. I have blood clot on my left leg. And if I was to show y'all my leg, y'all could see what I was talking about. How my legs just, yeah. And another thing too, when I'm cooking, I like to wash my dishes and stuff as I go. I don't want to come back wash dishes. My daughter likes to put the dishes in the dishwater, let them soak. I don't like that. I like to go ahead and wash them up, rinse them, turn them over to the other sink, and if I come down later, I'll put them away. The ones that's clean, I'll put them away. And yeah, I like to do that. I like to wash, and when I'm cooking, if I cook the meat, I take that out of it. I don't use a lot of different pans unless I'm doing like a Sunday dinner or something like that. And yeah, so yeah, so I just came on, guys, to chit chat and let y'all know what I cooked for breakfast. Here are my pancakes right here. This is my sausage. I hope y'all can see it. My sausage link. And I got my eggs on there. And I'm start scrambling on my cheese, and I'm done. And yeah, I'm going to sit down and eat. Yeah. My daughter's over here because she's gonna help me do some spring cleaning and stuff like that, because I really need to get in here and do a lot of. I need to move a lot of stuff out of my kitchen and just start all over and just replace with some different stuff. I'm kind of tired of the look. I'm tired of the little brown forks. I want some new one. I want the metal type kind. Yeah, that's the one that I want. And so, yeah. And I'm so glad. The last couple of days been feeling like spring, guys. Have y'all noticed that? It been feeling like spring. I'm so glad. Because I got tired of this cold. I ain't gonna lie. I got tired of this cold weather. Yes, I got tired of it. This cold weather. Yes. Ooh, honey. I'm getting tired of this cold weather. And when I do these eggs and stuff, me see something. I'm trying to figure. I definitely know I got to get some more of that seasoning. Or did I put it in here? Yeah. I ran out of that season that I show y'all with the garlic and onion seasoning. I ran out of that. I used to put that in my, because they actually had garlic and onions in the seasoning. And it gave a good flavor to your eggs. Oh my God. Yeah. And when I'm telling you, when my daughter be over here, she be, yeah. Because she's over here with me. Because we got to do spring cleaning and stuff like that. And I just took down the ornament off my tree. And I put one in like a big bag. Later on, I'm going to put it up in the closet. And I really just want to take everything out my dining room and start over. I want to take everything out my living room and just start over. I really do. And I do thinking about getting me a new sofa. But I think the sofa that I'm going to get, I think it's going to be a sectional. It's going to be a sectional, and then I might have 2 chairs somewhere. Yeah, I'm going to move a lot of stuff out, and I'm going to take the sofa set that I got downstairs in my living room, and I'm going to put that in my second bedroom, because that's going to be like my TV room, my lounge room, where my family member come, my nephew now, they want to come over here. We could kick back and watch a movie up there. I'm going to manifest everything that I'm talking about. I'm going to manifest it and pray to God that I'm able to get it. Yeah. And I'm able to get that. Yeah, so, yeah. Yeah, I'm cooking. And y'all gonna see me with my hair done a lot more than y'all used to do. Because a lot of time I used to just come up in here, didn't care about my appearance. And I think that, like I told my daughter, there's sometimes I go through depression. Sometimes I just break down and cry. And because I think about stuff that I've been through. And then I know people always say, oh, don't let that. It's easy to say that, but a lot of people don't know what you've been through and what certain people do to you that affect you. So, you know, just like when my daughter goes through stuff and she tell me stuff, I feel like sometimes I even cry with her because I had some of the stuff she been through, I've been through with people that I thought that loved me. Like a boyfriend I was with used to always tell me, if I could open up my heart and show you my heart, how much I love you, you just don't know how much I love you. And, you know, I believed in him. But, you know, when he started cheating on me, I said, damn. This is what love was about? Damn. And that's when I said, damn, this is what love really is about? I always thought love ain't supposed to hurt. But, yeah. So I decided to come over here, guys, just to cook, show y'all that what I cook. So, yeah. Let me turn it around. That is what I cook. This is my cheese and eggs that I'm cooking. I'm about to plate my food up. And I'm about to call it, like I said, when you come on to my videos, please hit that like button. Share my video with someone else. And leave a comment below and hit that notification bell. I'll see you guys on my next video. And like I always say, pray for someone, bless someone, and love someone. Y'all have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.